Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you? Right now, I am going to my stepdaughter's baby shower in the midst of packing to evacuate. It's going to be a long day. Daryl, my other half, is having his first grandchild. His daughter's having his first grandchild. She's 29. They didn't think she was ever going to get to have a baby. And she's due in less than 2 months. So we are all so excited. Actually, wait. This is May. She's due in June. So, closer than I thought. She's such a Mother Earth. She's going to be a perfect mom. And this baby is so wanted, and they won't even find out the gender. And I think that's great. They're not going to be able to find out the gender until it's born, because they said they didn't want to know. They're just happy that they have a child, and they will name the baby once they look at it and see what's going on with it, what personality. She said, but she's Mother Earth, like I said. She just cloth diapers. Everything recyclable and things like that. She's a great human. She's like one of the greatest people I've ever met. And her husband is just I mean, they've been together so long and they've never fought, not once. Never raised their voice at each other, not once. I'm talking this, it was perfect. And I'm so glad we're getting a new baby. I've had so much death, and now we actually have life coming, and that's amazing. So there's that. And all these clouds that you're seeing that you may can see through. Yep, that's another round of rain coming. And I'm fixing to go over where we're, yes, definitely. I'm going to turn this around so you can see. Because I can't see. And I don't know how to turn it around during video. I guess I can't. But this is what I wanted to stop and see, because this is what's flooding our house. Oh yeah. Still seeing water. Oh my God. Almost on to the road there. We're evacuating. So yeah. I tried to make that funny move, because if you didn't see, there was Department of Public Safety, our state trooper sitting on the other side, and didn't want him seeing that, me trying to move my phone. Oh crap. Wow, yeah, we got to get out of here. It looks just like our yards looked, but ours went down because the rain stopped, but they opened the gates even more at Toledo Bend Dam up north of us, which comes right down to us. So let it flood, baby. I'm getting my dogs out, getting everything important out, or in the top of the closets, and we're getting a hotel room, and that's just going to be it. I'm tired of having freaking anxiety over every weather event. It's PTSD, not my CPTSD. It is PTSD because we had so much back to back. We had Hurricane Harvey, then we had, before that was Rita, then we had Harvey that really hit us hard, and then we had Gustav, Armene, we had, let's see, what's after that, Augustus, and then Ike, Hurricane Ike, pretty bad. Then we had Harvey, and 2 years after Harvey, we had Tropical Storm Imelda. So I guess since Harvey didn't do the job right, because he didn't take everyone's house, took ours, but I guess he sent his woman back to finish the job 2 years later, because she took everything but the house. So that's when I lost my car, his daughter lost her car, we lost the Harley Davidson, you name it, the Kubota, it was gone, underwater. And when I say the Gulf of Mexico was over Interstate 10, I truly mean the Gulf of Mexico was over Interstate 10. And that's another historical event I did not want to live through. I'm tired of living through these historical events, a 1,000-year flood, and this has never happened, and this is unprecedented, and this has never happened, and a pandemic, and I mean, my Lord, my life was exciting enough, I thought. But It's getting darker and darker. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to stay at the baby shower long, because if it starts raining, I won't be able to get back in to get my dogs, and I will not have that. So he's actually going to be getting off work in about 4 hours, so I will be back home way before then. I have to run to work after the baby shower to bring all of their cigarettes for the month, because it's a new month. I have to go buy them, and that way my staff that are stuck at work, and if y'all are watching this, I love you. Thank you so much for everything you do for those residents and for me. Y'all truly are a dream team. They're staying there 24 hours a day, because some can't even get back to their house. And once they do, they would never be able to they have nowhere to stay anyway. So they're staying at work, just like our hurricane protocols or disaster protocols. Yes, CEO is supposed to be there. Yes, CEO has a medical clearance, why not? And yes, I have a number 2 in command that has the same information and same access to everything I do. So I've got that covered. And thank you, by the way. You've been doing a phenomenal job, and I really appreciate it. We're gonna go do this baby shower. I'm watching these dark clouds, y'all. This is not good. And it wasn't supposed to rain at all today. At all. I mean, the ditches are flooded. Everything is flooded. The roads were flooded yesterday and the day before. And there's still some roads that are flooded, but it's rained real hard and it slacks off there. Rains real hard and it slacks off, which is okay for me, because it gives it time to run off. But not with the banks rising and the creeks and everything and the rivers. That, unfortunately, runs off into our property. So, depending on how it goes tonight, we're going to look at the flood stage and actually see where it's at up in our backyard, because it's like maybe a quarter of a mile from our backyard, if you just go straight through the woods, which is where the water comes from. We'll be watching that, and I'm not going to wake up in the middle of the night and drive through water. I already told him I will stay put and get on my roof, whatever I got to do. I will turn around, don't drown. Being a paramedic, that is real. Believe me. Let's see. I'm just looking at all the water. It's horrible. Last time we flooded like this through this much area was Tropical Storm Imelda. And this road that I'm on right now, when we went to drop my car off at his brother's and come get my medicine from town, this road was completely covered in it. You can tell where it still is, or has been. It's just slacked off a little bit. But we were in his work truck, so it wasn't any problem for him to come through here. But yeah, this road has been completely covered for a couple of days. I don't know. All I know is it was, and working in mental health, I know don't say the Q word, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care anymore. Not at this point. My give up is gone. It was too quiet last year for Texas. Too quiet. We had no hurricanes, no tropical storms. Nothing hit us. Now, I know that had a lot to do with El Nino, but I'm going to promise you, if this is anything to what we're looking for this hurricane season, we're going to be doing a lot of evacuating. Oh, Lord help me. And I got a lot of residents I have to take with us. So, and we actually changed our policy on our disaster plan and submitted it to the county that we will not be forced to evacuate because we have hospice and we have mental health, and then we have people that are there that have been abused, it's my turn, thank you. Abused, neglected, or exploited, and they've been placed there from Adult Protective Services. And that's okay, because that helps us in the long run not have to move them so soon. We've stayed through Beta and Laura a couple of years ago, whatever, or year before last, the hurricanes, and we didn't have any damage. We boarded up the windows, got all the emergency supplies. Yeah, we lost a week. We were without power for a week, but that's why we have a really, really good generator, and it runs the entire house. the other house has to, all them, they have to come over to the big house because the generator that we have, the smaller one, we use it for my office to run, to keep the meds controlled temperature. And then as far as air, they just have to open the windows and doors. I'll tell them after a hurricane it's breezy, open it up. But we changed that policy due to having to load so many of them up and just disperse them, and then they get so off their baseline, and it's not fair to them. So we're not doing that, not this time. Anything that's a category 3 or less, we will shelter in place. I will be on site. We will have enough supplies for each person for 2 weeks. That's medication, water, food, anything like that. We make sure we have 2 weeks worth. That is my main part of my job, and that is in the disaster protocols, is to make sure we have disaster God, it looks bad. Disaster supplies, and we have disaster medication. And with this coming, I needed to call the pharmacy, but they closed early today when I went to call them, and it's a good thing we have 2 weeks. I got 2 weeks worth of meds on hand. We're supposed to have 3 weeks worth of meds on hand in any disaster, but it's kind of getting around the bureaucracy and getting people to actually do that. Insurances are saying no and all this crap. I'm just over it. They're good on meds though for a while. They just got their new monthly meds, so unless anything's changed, they have a month's worth of meds, except for hospice. They always have 2 weeks. Lightning, yay! Oh shit, we're driving right into the storm. On empty. Oh my god. On empty. Keelan, note to self, when you get in your vehicle and you've been back and forth so many places, don't forget to look at your gas gauge. And I just passed it up. I don't know. No, that was the wrong one. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly where his ex-wife lives, but I know that was the wrong one.